Victoria 3 is the most recent grand strategy epic from Paradox, and it is set in the turbulent Victorian era. Any country that existed in 1836 can be assumed by players, and they can guide it to prosperity or devastation. Failure will be a natural part of the learning curve for beginners because Victoria 3 is a fairly complicated game. The economy, which is interconnected with everything else, is one of the many factors that fans can influence in their preferred country. Beginners should take it slow and focus on learning one concept at a time. While still complex, the following countries make good starting points for new players getting their bearings. 5/5. Sweden. Beginners naturally gravitate towards Sweden because it is one of the tutorial nations in the How to Play section of the game. Although it begins the game as a minor power, Sweden has a lot of room to develop. Furthermore, they join with Norway personally at the start of the game. Early on, external threats of invasion are not something Sweden needs to be too concerned about. Players now have a chance to take a deep breath and study the economic principles in peace. Additionally, Sweden does not have any colonies, so newcomers are relieved of the burden of worrying about distant possessions and their effects. Sweden, like many other nations in 1836, is moving toward a more industrialized economy. It will be excellent practice for newcomers to modernize Sweden's agrarian-based society while doing so in a setting that is relatively safe. 4/5. Japanese shogunate. The Japanese shogunate is another alluring place for newcomers to start. The geography of Japan is one of its clear advantages. Japan has built-in natural defenses because it is an island nation. Players have the opportunity to develop the nation without being concerned about international entanglements thanks to the shogunate's strong isolationism. They also have a strong financial foundation from which to grow. Japan can achieve anything. There are several opportunities for external expansion and colonization after players master the internal strengthening of their nation, especially in the southern islands. Building a powerful navy is important for Japan, as it was historically. Players can take their time and learn how to assemble a strong naval and land force. Players will find themselves in a strong position to experiment with more complex strategies once Japan industrializes and its military is operational. 3/5. USA. The United States of America is a good option for new players who are a little more comfortable managing a larger country. The convoluted politics of the European Union are not of concern to the United States. Instead, the USA is waging war on various Native American tribes as it expands westward. It's also important to consider Canada and Mexico. However, the USA is in a strong position to rule the remainder of North America. In whichever direction players want to expand, they can make good use of its sizable military conscript battalions. Additionally, there are plenty of activities available in the USA for players who enjoy completing journal objectives. The USA is a great choice for players who want to practice running their country's internal politics because it will face many difficult choices and problems, especially when it comes to industrialization and slavery. 2/5. Brazil. Brazil, one of the most powerful nations on the continent, is a possibility for players who want to start their game in South America. Although the fact that Brazil is enmeshed in two different conflicts when the game begins may seem intimidating, it actually provides brand new players with an excellent opportunity to learn the warfare mechanics right away. Contrary to Hearts of Iron 4 or Crusader Kings 3, Victoria 3's warfare is a little more hands-off in that players don't command individual armies across the battlefield. Being new, it's important to learn it quickly. Brazil has a lot on its plate when the game begins, but winning its current wars isn't particularly difficult. After that, players can start to get into the game by organizing Brazil's economic affairs. The possibility of growing throughout the rest of South America can be considered with a little patience. 5/5. Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. Another country that welcomes beginners and offers a lot of opportunities is the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. Its location in southern Italy provides players with a favorable environment in which to experiment with international trade. If they take the time to build their trading agreements and convoys, players can suddenly find themselves very wealthy. Additionally, there are worthwhile expansion opportunities on the Italian peninsula. The Kingdom of the Two Sicilies is in a strong position to bring all of the fragmented Italian states together under one government. Uniting Italy is an interesting endeavor, one where players can put together all of their learned skills and graduate from a beginner to a seasoned Victoria 3 veteran. Victoria 3 is currently available on PC, MacOS, and Linux. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and support my channel.